being in Fit for Life, and I am so happy to connect with you. I was able to completely transform my life in a positive manner by finding the gym and by changing my nutrition so that I was eating appropriately for my body. And I am very happy and very excited to be able to share that with you. Thanks for joining us. We are going to do a shoulder activation exercise. This exercise is to particularly focus on activation of the serratus. The serratus is the muscle, one of the rotator cuff muscles, that stabilizes the scapula, the shoulder blade. So we start here, and then we're going to spread our arms apart. And as you do this, you really want to make sure that your shoulders are not rolled forward. So we're standing up nice and straight and tall. We have the shoulders stacked over the hips. Our core is contracted. And then take those arms and get tension on the band. So we're bringing the hands out to the sides. Thumbs are pointed up, shoulders are back. You should feel that the shoulder blade is against the rib cage. And then we're going to take and we're going to lift the arms straight overhead, thinking about keeping that shoulder blade down against the rib cage. And then we're going to lower when we keep that tension constant on the band. And as you perform this, you should start to feel that the serratus, the muscle that around the scapula, so right here, I'll show you this way too, is really activating, and you also get a little bit of the lower trap activation. So here, we're gonna make sure that we're set back, right? Bring those hands out to the side, and then we're gonna lift up. So as we're raising, we're stabilizing, and even as we lower, we're still working to stabilize a little bit. But that is going to help strengthen your whole shoulder complex. That'll make sure that the shoulder is super stable in any overhead presses, and will just help to keep everything functioning properly and free of injury.
For the shoulder press machine, you do want to set up and make sure that the shoulder blades are set back and down. We don't want our shoulders to be up in our ear during this exercise. And then using a neutral grip, palms facing forwards, we're going to grip the bars and we're going to press up. We want to slowly and controlled lower that weight back to our starting position and then press it up again. So we're going to feel this in the shoulders. You're also going to feel it in the stabilizers underneath the backside of the armpits. You do want to make sure that your elbows are angled slightly forwards, making sort of an arrow shape rather than having our elbows straight out to the sides in a T. This is going to help protect your rotator cuff, but also make sure that more of the load is going onto the shoulder rather than going into the chest, and also creating undue stress on the shoulder joint itself. So we want to inhale, and then as we're pressing that weight up, we're going to exhale, and we keep that slow and controlled. For this exercise, the lateral raise, we want to start with dumbbells, and we're going to use an overhand grip. We're going to keep our legs, our feet underneath our hips. We're going to keep our core super tight. And as we raise those dumbbells up, we're thinking about not so much getting the hands above the shoulders. We want to keep the hands in line with the shoulders, but we're thinking about pressing the hands to those opposite walls beside us. So we're contracting the shoulder to move the weight. We're thinking about keeping the shoulder blades back and down against the rib cage so that we feel this just in the shoulder, mostly the middle part of the shoulder. You don't want to feel this in your neck. You don't want to feel this in your spine. If you're feeling it in your neck, you need to deactivate your traps, the muscles on the base of the neck. And you can do that by making sure that you're not swinging your head forwards as you raise the weight up. You can see I do it a little. You can also deactivate the traps by looking up at the ceiling, and that will keep them from firing, and then place the load on the shoulder where we want it to be. So inhaling as we bring the weights up, exhale as we lower them, making sure that the movement is nice and controlled. You can see I'm swinging the weight a little bit. We do want to try to avoid that.